Hey guys, it's Tatsuya. Today, I would like to share my thoughts on a comment made by Yoshiro Mori, former Prime Minister and Chairman of the Tokyo Olympics Organizing Committee, which could disrespect women. On February 3, at an extraordinary meeting of the Japanese Olympic Committee Board of Trustees, President Mori made the following blunder. It takes a lot of time to hold a meeting with many women. He also said that if we increase the number of women in the board, we have to regulate the time for comments to some extent. Otherwise, it will be difficult to finish. At the apology press conference on the 4th, where he retracted them, he said, "You are asking me this because you wanna be funny, right?" he said. Like Taro Aso, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, who has often misspoken, Mr. Mori is said to be a man within a 3-meter radius. In any case, in private, he pays attention to details and pays lip service to make people laugh. I guess he thought it was a joke that would go over well. But now, in this age of remote control, it's no longer funny when the joke slips, not just 3 meters, but when it's being broadcast online. Even his past gaffes, such as "It Reversion" and "God's own country" comments, had been recounted in the US newspapers. Even the hashtag Mori Yoshiro should retire appeared and spread on social networking sites. Chairman Mori has become a disgrace to Japan, and no one wants to be the one to defend him. From here on, I will tell you what I think. There's absolutely no room for the defense of Mr. Mori's statement. However, by looking at Mr. Mori's account, there is a possibility that we can dig out what is wrong with Japan as a country. In this video, I'd like to discuss what we should learn from this news. First, it is shocking in 2 ways. First, that Mr. Mori has not learned anything from his experience of 20 years ago. And second, about the current situation in Japan, where such a person can head an internationally influential organization today. Mr. Mori was the Prime Minister of Japan about 20 years ago, but that does not mean that he was popular with the people. The man became Prime Minister as a pinch hitter when his predecessors, Keizo Obuchi, could not carry out his duties due to illness. He was not a Prime Minister elected by the people as a result of an election. As such, Mr. Mori's approval rating declined due to his gaffes and imprudence. While in office, he said things like Japan is a good country and political independence should not vote. There was never a moment when he did not make a blunder. Rather than making gaffes, the existence of Mori Yoshiro, who has absolutely no consideration for others and no intention of hiding his own discriminatory attitude, is not beneficial to Japan at all. I also think that Yoshiro Mori himself and organizing committee of the Olympics should be called into question. Needless to say, the Olympics is an event that affects a great deal of international attention, and having Mori at the head of an organization related to the Olympics is too risky. Former Prime Minister Abe was eager to host the Tokyo Olympics, but he may not have been that serious about it in reality. Frankly speaking, I suspect that there is a lot of interest involved. If the government had appointed Mr. Mori as chairman because of his experience and name recognition, then the people around him should have paid closer attention to him. Even after he stepped down as Prime Minister, Mr. Mori made a series of blunders. Even when he was at the top of the Japanese political sense, he continued to make blunders. It was easy to predict that he could make a disrespectful remark at the top of the Olympic Organizing Committee. Nonetheless, why couldn't they have foreseen this scandal? I believe that Mr. Mori's remarks exposed the wrong side of the old Japanese society that lurks within the Olympic Organizing Committee. Mr. Mori's comments, which could be interpreted as disrespect for women, disappointed the Japanese people and the people of the world. He doesn't care if the world is paying attention. I sincerely hope that Mr. Mori will be resigned as chairman of the committee and that subordinates in the Japanese organizations will be able to caution and, in some cases, reprimand their superiors. That's all for this video today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel